This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by SACL CAI. They collect with respect. All right, Reno, tell me, is there anything new I should know that's been going on over just the last week or two?
Really, the only thing that was supposed to happen was I was supposed to have a PSI interview, which is a pre-sentence interview, and it was supposed to be done by, the first one that I was told by the attorney, was it was supposed to be by the prosecution, the government, and then the next week I was supposed to have one done by our team, so a third party from our side type of thing. And at that point, they were supposed to get together and discuss, what they came up with and how they were going to try to, basically the PSI will assign me a number, and according to that number, they'll use it to sort of give me like a slide rule type figure sentencing guideline, if you will, and basically, they'll give me like, what I'm trying to say, it's in the sentencing guideline, say like for 3 years to 4 years or something like that. That's basically what's supposed to happen, but we haven't heard anything since. And I haven't heard from my lawyer about why they haven't showed up yet either, so that's the only thing that was supposed to happen.
Okay. Now, while you've been in there, how has your treatment been?
Overall, it's been pretty great since I've been here, but the only time I really had a problem was actually the beginning part, actually my hometown. But all in all, I mean, I am on the other side, so, the treatment hasn't been all that spectacular, to be honest. But I try to be respectful to everybody, so that kind of cuts down on the heartache. Basically it would be self-imposed if I started to be uppity.
What do you have any regrets about involvement in the Brown situation?
Not really. If anyone has been able to read my testimony, I had already expressed that my reasons for going up there, and what I got out of it, and other people were able to get out of it. I think anyone that's been involved with it, pretty much came on top, I think, as far as learning and understanding what's going on. Basically that's what I was all about, was helping people be aware of what was going on and so they can make a decision on what they're going to do. But the obviously the inconsequences of what's going on right now, it's not that I regret it, but it's kind of ridiculous because I had been removed from the situation, by Ed's request, I think it was sometime in July, I think it was, and since then, and basically they're trying to use that incident to drag me back into the system. Either because they're really, really wrong and they really think I'm, did something, or they're actually trying to be, active and trying to keep me quiet and from running around doing what I was doing, which was like running around talking to people about what's going on. And which basically, what's going on these days with our country, that, I was saying this already, for a while now, and of course, even when they arrested me, the marshals were like, oh, you're basically full of it, nothing's going to happen, everything's okay, on your head. And then, all these new surveillance and closed door meetings with Congress and stuff like that's going on. So
now, what you said they were using something as an excuse to try and give you more time. What was it they were using as an excuse?
Basically, they were trying to say I was part of a conspiracy to hurt U.S. Marshals, right, and or impede them. I can kind of see that angle. But at the same time, if you leave a situation, you're no longer part of it. And even though they have agents that said, yes, I did leave the situation, yes, I was asked to leave, and yes, I had left and they took all more weapons and whatnot that they were trying to say I was doing things secretly with, that you're no longer, you're forgiven because it's a conspiracy to do something. Already that you didn't hurt anybody. And on top of that, if you remove yourself from it, then there's obviously no intention whatsoever to hurt anybody, so basically I shouldn't have been charged. But they were pushing it anyway, saying that I did have something to do with it, even though I was leaving.
Now you're saying they're pushing it now after they dropped all those charges, they're bringing something new up, or are you just talking about the overall situation?
Well, the overall situation, and then, I don't know if you're aware, but the charges were dropped for the second hearing.
Right.
But they're done in a manner, and I don't want to say which way it was because I forgot, but basically they have them over my head saying, if you do anything that we don't like, that we're going to basically take you to trial again. And they're going to add 2 more charges. So the 2 outstanding charges that they dropped were the conspiracy against the United States of America and the gun charge. Then they're promising to put 2 more charges against me, which were the something to do with the weapons of destruction, which were kind of like the signal flare type stuff that they had built after I left. Allegedly they had built. And the jury tampering charge, that because I stood up and I told the jury their rights of jury nullification. That's another charge they're kind of thirsty.
Okay, so they're actually they're considering 2 new charges against you after they dropped those 2 other charges?
Yes.
Dispatches like this one would not be possible without the generous support of companies like SACL CAI. SACL CAI is a collections company that does collections a whole new way. They know that not only do you want your money back, you want to keep your customers. SACL CAI. They collect with respect.